Dun, doo, 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 doo.
Hi.
Hi, guys.
Hi, we're the goals. And there's the rest of them.
Well, greetings and salutations. My name is Zion.
We are the Marquezes.
My name is Sam.
We're the Reeds.
So, what's a highlight that you had at City Bible Church?
So one of my highlights was about 3 weeks into going to community group. And we had been going to a previous church, but hadn't really been connected. And the fellowship that we had in the community group was such a relief that it actually brought me to tears.
May 3rd last year, 2020, CBC had been streaming online only for a couple of months, and we hadn't seen our church family for that entire time. We arrive at the designated meeting spot for this drive-through birthday party. We park, we look around, and it's the church family. And that was such a sweet feeling after not seeing everybody for so long.
Julie and I were in a very dark place, and God was able to provide us with so many saints to guide us through that episode, and bless us with a wonderful wedding that we could, that we got to share with friends and family.
When I had to move a few times and CBC members came alongside me and helped me move all my stuff in boxes and furniture. They even took down my bed and then put it back up in my new place.
So one of my favorite memories is being invited to a birthday party of someone I didn't know yet. So when I arrived there, I met the guy and I was like, oh, nice to meet you, happy birthday. Everybody was just so friendly there.
Getting baptized, going through the baptism classes was really cool.
Couples retreat, awesome. So every couple that went shared their wedding photos and did a little intro about who they are. And I will never forget Andy Tack and Grace's wedding photo was so funny, and they joke about it. And they're like,
One of my favorite memories at CBC is teaching the Sunday school for the 9 to 11-year-olds. It was a great curriculum. We got through the Bible in 3 years. I love teaching Bible. I love teaching the kids. It was so great getting to know the children of our church as well as the parents and the families. It was just all in all such a joyful experience for me.
The trial that happened to us about 2 years ago, and that's how we got to know our church family better through all these prayers and support that we received.
I think one that comes to mind is the day that we found out my dad has cancer, late past October. We were also doing outreach with City Bible, and I had signed up. When we showed up, the family really came around, people supported us, everyone just kind of came around in a circle and prayed.
One of my highlights was just in this last year, I was realizing a sin that I was struggling with for a very long time, and it was actually separating me from socializing. And I went to one of the prayer meetings. I opened up, and because I was like a last-ditch effort, and in that moment, the church just showed love and was support and reaching and how to get me involved. And that was a really amazement to just have.
By far, one of my most memorable highlights at CBC is a particular baptism that Vlad was presiding over. There's a young man who was getting baptized. He gave a wonderful, unique testimony, and then it's time to get dunked underwater. And Vlad is presiding over this baptism. And what Vlad didn't know at the time is that this young man is afraid of getting submerged underwater. Vlad, not knowing this, tried to dunk his head in, couldn't do it on the first attempt, and then repeatedly tried to dunk his head again multiple times. And I guarantee you, if there were any newcomers at church that Sunday, they probably didn't come back again. But to me, that represented and that showed our church's commitment to God's word and what we believe biblical baptism looks like.
And here I am with City Bible Church, and along with my wife, my 2 girls, just sharing and discussing the gospel with total strangers, shopping for Christmas and what have you. And one of the icing on the cake during that experience has to be my girls. The bravery, the boldness for them to grab a stack of tracts like this one here and just handed them out fearlessly to people who were walking by was amazing.
There's a lot of highlights from CBC in the last 5 years, but I think one of the ones that kind of stood out has been the men's and women's ministry, because I think being a man and learning how to lead the family, this bunch right here, it requires a group of people to do it together, and I've learned so much, and I think Anna has learned so much from the different speakers and the theology that is taught at City Bible about how we could be faithful parents.
My CBC highlight is my first time attending City Bible Church. I was still living in Florida. I came to visit Nathan, and he said, "Oh, I love my church. I'm so excited for you to come." And I get there, and Pastor Vlad is reading through the whole entire book of Ruth, and I'm sitting there like, where are we? And that was my first experience with expository teaching, and I thought it was so weird at first, but now I love it.